An Arizona teenager is killed in a convenience store. The suspect blamed a 17-year-old boy was fatally stabbed in Arizona by a man who said the rap music the victim was listening to made him feel unsafe, the police said. The victim, Elijah Al-Amin of Glendale, had finished work at a Subway sandwich shop and stopped at a Circle K convenience store in Peoria early Thursday morning, relatives said. He was standing at the two were not believed to have known each other, and witnesses reported that Mr. Adams did not say anything before the attack. Elijah fled Mr. Adams simply walked out of the store after the encounter, much of which was caught on surveillance tape. The police found him. In a police interview, Mr. Adams, who is white, said that Elijah, who was multiracial, had been listening to rap music on his car radio before he entered the store, and that the music had made Mr. Adams feel threatened. Mr. Adams said in the interview that rap music makes him feel unsafe, because in the past he had been attacked by people blacks, Hispanics, and Native American who listened to rap music. According to the police, Mr. Adams said that he had felt he needed to be proactive rather than reactive and protect himself and his community from the victim, it added. Mr. Adams was charged with premeditated murder in the first degree. Kristen Clark, President and Executive Director of the National Lawyers Committee for Civil Rights Under Law, was among those to be investigated by the Justice Department as a hate crime. On Twitter, Amanda Steele, a spokeswoman for the Maricopa County Attorney's Office, said that state law did not allow for separate hate crimes charges, but that they could be used after conviction to argue for a more severe sentence. Court documents show that Mr. Adams, who is listed as homeless, had been released from prison 2 days before the killing, after serving time for charges that included aggravated assault. At Mr. Adams' initial court appearance, his lawyer, J.C. Cotterill, told the judge that Mr. Adams was mentally ill. Prosecutors, in court and in an interview with Ms. Cotterill, accused the Department of Corrections of releasing Mr. Adams without sufficient resources or supervision. He's been released into the world and left to fend for himself, and 2 days later, this is where we are, she said in the interview. The Department of Corrections said that Mr. Adams had not been designated as seriously mentally ill and was not on prescription medication at the time of his release. He was given he was no longer under the department's legal jurisdiction, and the department had no further legal authority over him, a spokesman, Bill Lamoro, said in a statement. Mr. Adams was being held with bail set at $1 million. In interviews, Elijah's parents, Rahim Al-Amin and Serena Rides, struggled to make sense of the killing. They said the suspect, "I don't care what some boda's hiding behind you mental illness?" Ms. Rides, Elijah's father, said in a phone interview that his son was quick to help others. He was just a young, ambitious kid that wanted life to be better for himself and others around him, he said. About his son's love of music, Mr. Al-Amin said Elijah liked rap artists who had a message, like Nipsey Hussle and Tupac Shakur. The last time he saw his son was the night he died. Mr. Al-Amin, hours later, Mr. Al-Amin grew worried when his son had not returned home and was not answering his phone. He spent all night. Elijah would have turned 18 later this month.
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park,